Hello, YTPC. Joshua Stewart, smoking a pipe up north in the woods. It's another codger and a corn cob and tool time Tuesday. I think I got it right in the first shot that time. How about that? So, we'll start out right away with the codger and a corn cob. Got my trusty Missouri Meerschaum Legend that I did. Can't get that word out. Dedicated to codger blends. Haven't lit it yet because I'm trying something that I haven't tried in about 6 months. That 6 months ago I did not like. So we're going to see if I like it today. Captain Black Gold. Now, I know for a fact that my tastes have changed a little bit in 6 months. I'm venturing more into the non-aromatics, and I think the Captain Black Gold was kind of considered an aromatic, but I don't remember why it was that I didn't really care for it. It's matured golden Cavendish tobaccos, which I'm finding that if I like blends that have a little bit of Cavendish in them. I don't know, maybe this one, if it's all Cavendish, maybe that's why I don't like it. Although I like BCA, so I don't know. But anyway, I know Smoke Snacks, Garrett and Katie, they just did this one a day or two ago on their 100 blends in 100 days. If you haven't checked them out, go check them out. I would say I put a link in the description, but I don't know how to do that. So, Smoke Snacks, like a treat. That's their channel. And they make the video length that I like to watch, just a few minutes, not like the ones that I've been putting out lately that end up being 20 minutes, it seems like. And I still don't get everything said that I need to say. And I've always been known as a man of few words, so go figure. So, anyway, I got my cob loaded up. Some Captain Black Gold. We're going to try it out. See if I like it now. I do remember that heavy, thick smoke from before. Puts out a lot of smoke, that's for sure. So yeah, first couple puffs, I don't hate it. Not like I did 6 months ago. Because when I tried it, I tried it twice shortly after I bought it. And I thought it tasted like cigarettes at the time. Which that's not a good thing for me. As long as I'm at it, I'm gonna show you how I've been storing my pouches. Picked up these jars. They got them at Dollar Tree for $1.25 a piece. You can fit probably 4 or 5 pouches in one. So if you open up a pouch, stick it in there, you don't have to worry about it losing moisture. However, I I don't know how they're going to work for long-term storage because they don't have quite, I don't think they have quite as good of a seal as a jar, as a mason jar with the rubber seal on the lid. They do have a little plastic seal, so it's better than leaving the pouches out, but they work pretty good. The pouches fit in there just right. But one other thing I've found that you got to be careful with is if you've got a strong aromatic in there, I do worry that the scent might leach a little bit, because this particular one was in a jar with some super value buttered rum, which smells delicious. Well, that's another one that I haven't tried for 6 months and I didn't care for it at the time, but I'll have to get back to that and try it. So, but I can smell that buttered rum on the outside of the pouch. So I don't know if some of that may have leached into the tobacco. Because these have been in that jar for, yeah, several months anyway. I think I had them in a Ziploc before I just got the jars like 2 months ago. Then they've got at Dollar Tree where they've got those jars that are just the right size for the pouches. They've also got some that are just a little shorter. Work good to keep. I think I had 4 ounces in here that filled it, you know, most of the way full. Or was that an 8 ounce that was in there? I don't remember. I think I had 4 ounces in there. That it could probably fit 6 ounces. This is my vanilla custard that I got in there. Love that stuff too. Ooh, haven't had that for a while. I gotta have some again. But this is Codger and a Corn Cob and Tool Time Tuesday, and we haven't gotten to the tool yet. So, here we go. This is my Snap-On F80 3/8 drive ratchet. Now, I'm not a professional mechanic. Is it worth to spend Snap-on money on a tool for a amateur shade tree mechanic? I wouldn't even call myself a mechanic. I take things apart and I put them back together. But every once in a while you can find a deal secondhand and stuff, and I picked this thing up on eBay probably 10 or probably closer to 15 years ago. .80 tooth head, and so it's really fine tooth. Takes like no effort. Smooth, comfortable. It's a joy every time I use it. I got a couple other Snap-on tools. I mean, most of them are a lot older than this, but I haven't paid more than a fraction of truck price for any of them. So I pick up a few things off of eBay of my Snap-on collection. Sometimes if you're at a flea market or something, there's a ice cream pail of sockets or something. You can sometimes find a Snap-on in there, but that they're maybe selling for quarter, 50 cents, a buck or two a piece for take your pick of sockets. But and yeah, I've gotten some of my Snap-on stuff at garage sales too. I got a bunch of stuff, probably about that 10 or 15 years ago at a garage sale. It was a diesel technician that had gotten promoted into management, and he just wasn't going to use his tools anymore, so he was selling them all off at pretty good price. So I bought a whole bunch that day, spent a lot of money that I wasn't planning on hitting garage sales, but and some of the stuff I resold and bought stuff with the proceeds that I do, or that I could use, because some of it that I bought that day was duplicates. But when you're at a garage sale, you can't go home and check and see what you're missing, so you just kind of buy. The price was good enough that I just bought it, and like I say, I was able to sell or trade stuff to get the things that I did need after that. So, but yeah, this is the only one of the fine-tooth Snap-on ratchets that I've got. I've got a couple other ones in quarter, 3/8, half-inch drive, but I think all of them have the old logo. Which, when was it, in the early 80s that they switched logo? Mid 80s, late 80s? I think it was sometime in the 80s. Which they're still a pleasure to use, but just not to the level of this fine-tooth. So yeah, there's our tool time Snap-on ratchet. So yeah, this Captain Black Gold, it feels like there might be just a little bit of bite going on. So I like it more than I did 6 months ago. But I'd say it's still between this and the Captain Black Cherry, are my least favorite of the Captain Blacks. Yeah, every once in a while I get a taste of something that I like. Maybe it took on that buttered rum, that Super Value buttered rum that was in the jar with it. But yeah, I was optimistic at first, but it's still only mediocre at best to me. So yeah, I I might have to start figuring out a grading system for when I'm doing these reviews on these blends. But whether it be a 1 to 5, 1 to 10, A through F. Suppose I could maybe just do like a 2 thumbs down, a 1 thumbs down, a medium, 1 thumb up, 2 thumbs up. I don't know. Well, speaking of thumbs up, brings me to the you know the subscribers and thumbs up, comments, all that stuff that affects the whole algorithm. Which, in the big picture, subscriber count, views, it doesn't really matter. I'm doing this because I have fun doing it. I was watching Blind Piper the other day, and appreciate the shout out, by the way, from one Josh to another. But he was saying that some of his subscribers were saying, or no, he was saying that he apparently got unsubscribed from my channel. Which, I don't know, I should probably keep paper backup of who all I'm subscribed to so I can keep track of that too. But I've heard that said from other types of channels, not just pipe smoking channels, but other people on other channels saying that too, that people are unsubscribed without actually unsubscribing. And if people unsubscribe, I guess that's fine. I mean, I do it too sometimes. If somebody does a video that I like, and so I'll subscribe, and then I find 6 months later I haven't watched any more of their videos, or they're making content that I don't find appealing or interesting anymore. I'll unsubscribe. And if people don't like what I'm putting out, no sense being subscribed. But it's kind of weird that people think that they're subscribed and are pretty sure that they were subscribed, and all of a sudden one day they're not. So I don't know. And I see it on my end that the subscriber count, sometimes it goes down, which, whatever, that's fine. Like I say, watching a guy in his shop smoking a pipe isn't for everyone. Especially when he sits and contemplates, and you got dead air time for half the video. So, anyway, I've rambled on long enough. So, anyway, yeah, this Captain Black Gold. I like it better than I did 6 months ago, but there's enough other stuff out there that I like better that it'll probably just go back in the jar for a few months again. Maybe if I keep it in the same jar with that buttered rum, maybe it'll take on a little bit of that flavor and become its own thing. Maybe. Be interesting to see. So it's okay, but I am getting, it is trying to bite just a little bit. Especially when I'm talking, I tend to puff a little bit too hard when I do because it goes too long in between. So it tries to go out, so then I puff harder. So anyway, rambled on long enough. Here we are, well over 20 minutes again. Hope you at least sped it up so I didn't waste too much of your time. So with that, I'll say happy codger and a corn cob and tool time Tuesday. This is Joshua Stewart, smoking a pipe up north in the woods. Have a good day.